My roommate's been acting weird recently, part 2, by the Grail at Camelot. Someone told me to check if my college had any cameras. They suggested I look at the footage from them to see if I could find this thing Jackson says is in the woods. Well, I sent an email to security. I asked for the recording from the last month. I know Jackson only seemed to be bothered by it for the past week. That doesn't mean it wasn't there beforehand. I got a response a few hours later and asking what I wanted the tapes for. They would have thought I was crazy if I said, "Oh, just searching for an apparent monster my friend says is hiding in the woods." I decided to just say it was a personal matter, but it was very important to me. Thank God they replied saying they would get it for me. But it would take them a while to gather the tapes. In the meantime, I visited Jackson. I brought a stack of his comics and some of his clothes. They took him very quickly. He didn't get a chance to grab anything. I didn't know if they'd let him wear clothes or if he had to be in a gown. I've never been to a psychiatric hospital before, but I guess you'd have to wear them in normal ones. Anyway, I digress. He looked tired, so tired, I doubt he'd slept at all. I was worried he'd be angry at me for putting him here, but he seemed relieved to see me. "Zach, you're okay, thank God." "Hey man," I pulled my backpack off my shoulder and handed it to him. "Brought you some stuff." "Of course I'm okay, why wouldn't I be?" He replied while digging through the comics. "Oh, sweet. Thanks. I'm going mad stuck here with just my thoughts." "Well, more so than I am already, I guess." He went quiet, then turned to me. "I think I am mad, or if I'm not, you have to listen to me." I was glad, I guess, that he seemed okay with his current situation. They say the first step to solving a problem is admitting you have one. What he said next chilled me. "Lock your door. I don't know if you should close the blinds or not. If it sees you, it might know you're not me. Or it might assume you're me and go after you anyway." He seemed lost in his own mind, rambling and stammering over his words. This wasn't like him. "You know what? I think just block up the window. Don't let it see in. It might assume we left. I don't think it'd hurt an innocent." "An innocent?" I stopped him. "Jackson, an innocent? Why are we guilty?" He seemed stunned. He pressed the call button. He blanking my frantic questions as the nurse arrived and showed me out. Back in my room, I was scared. Sure, you can dismiss it as someone's paranoia, but when you're alone in a room, it gets to you. I locked my door and taped cardboard across my window. It wouldn't exactly stop anything getting in, but I'm banking on the 2-story height to do that job. This would stop even my shadow being seen from outside, from the woods. It was dark. As I grew more and more caught up in my thoughts, a notification came through. The tapes from the security camera. I hit download and pulled out some snacks. I figured the best thing to do would be to start a week ago, when Jackson first stared out the window, and move backwards from there. He must have seen it then or earlier, and I don't enjoy staring at security footage. The more I could rule out before I started, the better. It took hours. I didn't see any monster. It was just students, coming and going. Jackson and I ran in the morning. Occasionally a couple would sneak into the woods at dusk. As I said, I didn't see a monster, but I did see Jackson go into the woods. Well, I was watching it on rewind, so I guess I saw him leave. A few hours later, seconds for me, but I mean if what I was watching had been happening at the speed it actually happened, not the speed I was watching. Did I need that clarification? Have it anyway. Okay, so he leaves the wood alone. But a few hours later, I saw him go in with someone else. I didn't recognise them. He was kind of lanky, pretty tall but skinny, still not as tall as Jackson. Resolution wasn't great, and they entered the woods at night, so I couldn't make out the clothes they were wearing, but Jackson definitely lost the jacket and a person. That brings us to now. What are my options? Either they went into the woods for fun and there was an accident, or maybe they went looking for this monster and it overpowered one of them. Or I don't want to think about this, but maybe Jackson killed him? If that's true, I need to call the police. But what if it's not? I mean, what are the odds, right? I don't want to cause a fuss over nothing, and I don't want to send my friend to jail. I've made up my mind. I know I can still call the police, but he's probably innocent, right? I mean, even just an accusation like that can destroy someone's life. And what if he's found guilty and when he's actually innocent? I can't deal with the guilt of sending him to jail. I want to go and see if I can find anything. Proof of the monster, or maybe proof of a murder. God, this is horrible. I'll sleep on it, but I don't think I'll change my mind. I've got my hunting bow. I know how to defend myself if there is a monster. I bring my camera to get proof as well. No matter what I find, I'm going to confront Jackson tomorrow. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going into the woods. Thanks for listening to my video. If you can give it a like and subscribe, that'd be great. Hopefully I'll get some new videos as soon as possible. Thanks.